So hi, my name is Aerin Dunford and I'm a PIM 64. I was an organizational management degree concentration with a focus on leadership and change. And the story that I'd love to share with you is how I got my practicum actually. So it began here on campus when I was in the on-campus phase, and I found it really, really intense to be taking a full course load, and especially for the OM degree, and also be looking for a practicum at the same time. So I kind of tried to follow the clues of synchronicity as I was searching for my practicum. And I took a class that we all had to take, OB2, in the winter of that year, and we had to do a leadership profile. And I chose to do it on a woman named Pema Chodron. She's a Buddhist teacher and nun who my family's been very connected to for many years. And after I did that leadership profile, I was like, well, maybe I'll do my practicum in a spiritual organization and work with them. And I called and emailed, and I heard back from them. They said, we don't really have anything for a 6-month internship. But the woman who wrote me back had been like a PIM 54 or something, and so it was really assigned to me, like, keep following this path. And the next week I started my regular classes, and I took a class called Leadership and Change. And one of the first things that we read was an article by a woman named Margaret Wheatley and Peter Senge. And in Margaret Wheatley's bio, it said, Margaret Wheatley has recently finished doing reconstruction organizationally at Gampo Abbey, which is Pema Chodron's abbey. And I was like, wow, this is the next step, you know, so let me look into this organization. And so it's called the Rekana Institute. And I got online, I was sitting in the computer lab, and I pulled up their website, and it looked as if, from what I read, was really like someone had gone and read my learning contract from when I first started at SIT and created this organization for me and for my interests. So I wrote to them. I also noticed that the offices were in Utah, which is where I'm originally from, so another little clue. And yeah, I eventually got hold of someone, Bob Stilger, in the organization, and it turned out that at the same time that I was applying for a scholarship for a workshop in Nova Scotia, they were all planning to be there, and Meg was going to be there, and Bob was going to be there, and a lot of people that they partner with in the world. So yeah, I had a conversation from Brattleboro with them, and they sort of said, well, we don't know whether or not, you know, this is a practicum or an internship. We don't really have a lot of organizational structure right now set up for that. But I went to Nova Scotia and met with them and met a bunch of their learning center partners, and really had the opportunity to feel out that community and figure out whether or not this was the practicum for me. And when I got there, I met Bob, and it turned out that his PhD cohort, so a small group of people that he worked in for his PhD, included someone who was a professor here at SIT, Marty, and she was the wife of the guy who had taught the first OB2 class that I took, which started the whole process off. So just really feeling that sense of completion, and as if I had come full circle. And I'm now a full-time employee and staff member at the Rekana Institute, and it's really just been such an amazing, incredible, life-changing opportunity for me and experience. And so even though many of my experiences on campus here at SIT and in the practicum and capstone phases were challenging, I feel like the experience here on campus led me to that practicum, led me to that opportunity, and it was absolutely the most life-changing thing that's happened to me in recent times. So I'm really appreciative of that opportunity through the SIT program.